Hey guys, just real quick before we get into the video, I'm almost at 100 subscribers. By the time you are watching this, I may even already be at it. But if you could subscribe just to get us to 100, that'd be amazing. So, it's the Halloween season, and because of that, parks all around the world are doing haunted houses, including Hersheypark, which are doing it for the first ever time. I've been able to go to Dark Nights twice and have done all the haunted houses multiple times, and in this video I'll rank them all. So real quick, if you've not done haunted houses yet, I would recommend waiting to watch this video until you have done them, because then you will not know what happens, and that could make it much more scary. But I guess if you don't want to be scared, then watch right now. But anyways, number 4 is... As much as it hurts me to put Creature Chaos here, I have to, because it does have a few flaws which the other haunted houses don't. First of all, this is definitely the least scary haunted house. Now, I'm not saying a toddler could do this, as it definitely did have me screaming a lot. But the thing is, this haunted house does not have many jump scares. You start off the haunted house, entering a show building, and there's this guy who is showing you an animal called the Thunderbird, and long story short, some things go wrong and all the animals escape. Once you go out there, lots of people are telling you to get out, and there's also some jump scares, where they tell you to get out. As you walk through the haunted house, there are cages with creatures that will pop out, and once you get near the end, you enter a very foggy area where there are these bug things, and the masks have some bright green glowing stuff. And this is honestly the best part of Creature Chaos for me, because they do so much different things. Sometimes they'll jump scare you, sometimes they'll chase you, and there was this one time where about 3 of them all cornered me, and that had me terrified. And the thing which scared me the most was one time all the bugs started staring at me and just watching me for a while, and then I stared at them for around 10 seconds, and then I turned around, and right in front of me there was a guy in a grass suit staring at me. So, as I'm sure you can tell, I love Creature Chaos, but I put it at the bottom because it is the shortest haunted house and the least scary haunted house. Now, number 3 is... Just like Creature Chaos, it hurts me to put Twisted Darkness here, as it easily is the scariest one. I have to put it here because it does not have any story, but as I just said, it is easily the scariest one. You start off entering a fortune teller's room, then you go through tons of circus-themed stuff such as a mirror maze, which sometimes there are scare actors on the other side of the glass, and it is absolutely terrifying. There's a time where you enter a room full of fake monkeys, but one guy is in a monkey suit and he jump scares you, and that part is truly terrifying. There's another part where you pass by multiple tents, and there are scare actors that jump scare you in between them, and again, it is absolutely terrifying. Definitely one of the scariest parts of all haunted houses. And there are so many other unexpected jump scares, and other scream-inducing moments. But those are just some of the highlights. This is probably the longest one, and throughout the whole time I was absolutely terrified. So the only reason this one is lower is because there is not really any story, so Twisted Darkness is definitely amazing, but 2 still beat it. And number 2 is... Now originally, I had Twisted Darkness over The Descent, but then I did each one of them again, and I just really paid attention to the story of The Descent. And that's what made me put it here. The Descent is not just about the story though, as it has tons of jump scares and scary moments like that. But real quick, here's the story. You walk into a room, and this guy tells you about this thing that can tell you anything or something like that, and it takes a piece of your soul if you do it. Then this lady comes up and uses it to see what happened to her husband. Then she and lots of others get corrupted, and you have to escape. But as I said before, everything ties into the story, so not only is the haunted house extremely scary, but also has a great story. Another part I like is when you enter a room, and Hershey somehow made it so on the floor there are pits which you can step over, and the pits look like they go on forever. Also, one great memory I have on The Descent was when I was in this room and a skeleton guy jumped out from a rock and had me screaming so hard. And then I took a few more steps and that same skeleton guy jump scares me again. And then I literally left the room, which he was supposed to be in, but he still left his room to jump scare me for a 3rd time. This skeleton guy was a literal legend, and only makes The Descent even better for me. My only complaint with The Descent is how there is some wasted space where they could have had some great jump scares, But even with no jump scares, there was still some cool theming or lights, so I'm fine with it. But with all that praise I just gave The Descent, there's still one haunted house which is better. And that haunted house is... Even though this is not the scariest haunted house, it easily deserves number 1, because Haunted Coal Mine has so many effects and creative stuff, and it's still scary. First, you enter this elevator, and the coal miners start being very creepy. They say some stuff, and they're even trying to get you to be towards the door, which I just find so cool. They really are trying to make you as scared as possible. They then let you out, and you go through the caves, and there are some awesome jump scares. There's also lots of creepy coal miners, lots of fog, and some pretty cool lighting effects, some flashing lights, just some other stuff like that. It's really cool. And of course, there is tons of theming. This is easily the most themed haunted house. There's a part where there's this huge drill vehicle thing in the wall, and it's just so cool. The theming really is amazing. But also there is this part where you go through this weird thing and you have to push through it, and that is awesome. But my favorite part of Haunted Coal Mine is when they use lights to make it look like you're walking through water. And while you go through there are coal miners which hide under the water and then jump scare you. That part is seriously so cool. It's also on The Descent, but in my opinion, Haunted Coal Mine does it better. It's just so good. Haunted Coal Mine also has an incredible ending, because the coal miners are blowing up the mine, and there's so much practical effects. And the noises are so loud to the point where you can hear them from the beginning of the queue. It really is awesome. I put Haunted Coal Mine at number 1 because it's everything a good haunted house needs. It has a great story, awesome practical effects, tons of scare actors, and jump scares, and of course, lots of theming. Alright, that's the end of this video. If you enjoyed, make sure to subscribe, and I have tons of other awesome videos planned, including a 100 subscriber special. So thanks for watching. Bye.